Hello, everyone. My name is Aidan Camberg, and today I wanted to talk about a few things in my life that matter a lot to me. They're all pretty different on the surface, but they all connect and shape how I see the world and the way that I live my life. Today, I'm going to be talking about physical fitness, being a good person, the importance of family, benefits for U.S. Armed Force veterans, and animal protection foundations. But first, before we jump into that, here's a little bit more about myself. I grew up in San Ramon, California, with my two parents, Julie and Craig, and my older brother, Andrew. San Ramon is located just east of San Francisco, and I'm very grateful to have grown up there. I went to all my schools growing up in San Ramon, and the community and people around me have shaped me into the person that I am today. Growing up, sports was a big part of my life, and I grew up playing baseball, basketball, and football, with all three having a really big impact on the way that I live my life to this day. Sports have taught me lessons and given me so many amazing opportunities that have helped shape me into the person that I am today. Growing up, I spent a lot of time in the kitchen. Watching Food Network and making meals with my mom were some of the best memories from my time growing up. Still to this day, I love going back home, getting in the kitchen with her or finding a new recipe to cook up. It is always some of the best ways to connect with my parents, and I found that food is one of the best ways to do that with the people that I care about. My family now lives in Scottsdale, Arizona. Right when I graduated high school, my family packed up their things and went down there. And, it's been a good change for my family. They love it down there. It's really hot. I don't love to go during the summertime, but, that's where my family is now. I have a lot of family and friends in the surrounding area, and that's home for me now. Santa Barbara has been my home for the last 2 years, and I've seen so much personal development in my life over the past 2 years, and that is because that I came down here. I plan on transferring to another school at the end of the year, and I'll always be grateful for the people that I've met here and the time that I've spent here. I've seen myself grow so much, and just being out here, getting away from my hometown and out of my comfort zone has really made a big impact on my life. Now that you know a little bit about me and my story, let's transition into what I stand for. Starting with physical fitness, this is one that is huge for me. As someone who's an athlete, staying active is obviously a big part of my life, but it's more than just playing sports or lifting weights. It's about discipline, consistency, and pushing through challenges. I found that when I take care of my body, everything else in life tends to follow. My mood is better, I think cleaner, and I feel more confident about my own abilities. Now let's switch into something that we can control every single day, and that is just by being a good person. This sounds really simple, right? Just be nice. But in the world that we live in, it's actually more powerful than it seems. Holding the door for someone, giving a genuine compliment, standing up for others, those are small things that add up. And that is something for me, that is just really important. I think I'm very lucky, to be raised by the parents that I have. They have always made, empathy a big part of my life. And, that's something that I think is really important. And I think that it's something that, we need a little bit more of in the world every single day. And that brings me into my next point, which is family. Family is everything to me, whether it's your parents or siblings or even close friends you feel are family. Those are the people who really know you, and those are the ones who are going to be there for you when you're at the bottom, or also when you're at the top too. And for me, my family is my biggest support system. They've been there for me for my biggest wins and also my biggest losses. So for me, just having a connection with my family is something that I'm always going to do. And, it's something that I want to do in the future too, like providing for my family. So, I think that's something that, at least for me, it's had such a big impact on my life. And that is something that I'm an advocate for is, family and everything that comes along with that. And finally, or not finally, just going in next to, benefits for veterans. Veterans are someone or people that I have just, the utmost respect for. Serving in the military is not something that is, easy whatsoever. And I think, at times our veterans are not, not treated up to the standard that, that they should be. At least I'm lucky enough, that I haven't had to go to war. I don't really know a lot of people in my age group that have gone to war. So I think, when I just talk to older members of our society, just the amount of respect that I have for them, and I think that they should be rewarded for their service. So I think, benefits for them, whether that be, healthcare, food, housing, I think that, these people are, the biggest heroes in our world, and I think that they deserve the most for sure. So that is something that I am also very passionate about. And finally, I just want to talk about animal protection. For the longest time, I didn't have pets. My mom, my brother, they were all allergic to dogs. And for whatever reason, they kind of got over it. So I got a dog about 4 years ago now, and I think that's had such a big impact on my life. And just to see the mistreatment that some dogs have, I think here in Isla Vista, we have a lot of dogs, kind of running around in the community. So, just protection for these animals or just like services that are, going out of their way to do good things. I love dogs. That's why I have two pictures of dogs pictured here. But that's something that I just also feel very, I think is very important to me. And I think, dogs can't speak for themselves. All animals can't really speak for themselves. So I think, when people do things to go out of their way for these animals, I think it's really awesome. And just going into, what I learned throughout this class, and especially with this assignment, I think it is, just made me really realize the importance of speaking up and using our voices. I really enjoyed this assignment because I was kind of able to tell my story and talk about the things that are really important, to me. And, throughout this class and especially with this assignment, I think I was really just able to showcase my skills and, the improvements that I've made. I think at the start I was not confident, in my work at all. And, just kind of the way that I attacked, speeches, I felt, not very confident with my language. So I think, wrapping up with an assignment that, kind of lets us dive into our own topics and things that are important to us was, a really good way for me to follow up, on my confidence. Because I think, that was one of the biggest things that I improved in, throughout the year. And I think this assignment as a whole did a really good job of allowing me to showcase those skills. So I was very grateful to finish with this, and yeah, I think the improvements that I've made in my public speaking skills are going to, I'm definitely going to take those going forward. And we talked about it in this class how public speaking is a skill, something that can be worked on and improved over time. So I think when I go and I have public speaking assignments or anything kind of going forward in the future, I'm definitely going to take what I learned in this class and apply it to the problems that I'm going to face in the future. And, that's all you can about ask for out of a college class. So I was very happy about that. I was very happy to share some of my story and, talk about things that are important to me. Just following up, we talked about family, the importance of physical activity, physical fitness, benefits for veterans, protection for animals, and, just being a good person. Those are five things that I am an advocate for that are very important for me. And I'm very happy. Thank you for listening, and was very happy to share my story today. So thank you.